JD Vance is once again using the military to try to score political points. This is what he said Tuesday night on Fox.
We really are on the brink of serious readiness issues because nobody wants to put on a uniform and serve in Kamala Harris's military. This is a person who wants the United States Army to be about gender, inclusion, ridiculous diversity politics instead of about serving your country and uniting together as Americans to serve on the same team and defend your nation.
Let's go through this. Military recruitment numbers have dipped. That's true. The number of eligible 18 to 24-year-olds, the group the military most often draws from, shrank from 2017 to 2022, largely because they were disqualified for obesity, drug use, and poor performance on aptitude testing. And military recruiting has also taken a hit as the economy has done better and people find job opportunities outside the armed forces. When we look specifically at the Army, which is the biggest service branch and has had the biggest problems meeting its recruiting goals, the issue is not with female recruits. Male recruitment has fallen 35% since 2013, while women have held steady, meaning they now account for a larger percentage of enlistees, according to military.com. Vance's insinuation that women in the military are a problem is a talking point that some conservatives have been wearing out for years, like Tucker Carlson, who memorably said this in 2021.
So we've got new hairstyles and maternity flight suits. Pregnant women are going to fight our wars. It's a mockery of the U.S. military.
Carlson has since departed from Fox, but not from his opinion on this matter. This is what he said just yesterday.
If we're sending women to go fight our wars, that, first of all, that's not a liberation movement. That's a kind of slavery, and it's totally wrong.
Again, women in the military are not a problem. Military leaders will tell you they're essential. Without women, there would be a readiness issue. In the Army, women account for a steady supply of enlistees, and they're increasingly represented in the officer corps. West Point, the Army Service Academy, had 4 Rhodes Scholars in 2022, all women. The military is not a casual profession. It's a tough path, especially for women. They face the same challenges that men do and then some. They're more likely to be sexually assaulted, for instance. And we've seen them experience sexism even at the highest levels. When President Biden entered the White House, he promoted 2 women to elite 4-star commands after their promotions had been delayed beyond the 2020 election by top Pentagon officials in the Trump administration, out of fear that President Trump would scuttle their nominations simply because they were women, according to the New York Times. An actual case of gender exclusion, as Vance lambasts a candidate who he says focuses too much on gender inclusion and who he rails against for hailing from a family that does not serve in the military.
And of course, it's not her family that's going to be fighting that war. It's going to be working and middle-class kids across the state of Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. So if you're a person thinking about joining the military, you're probably not going to want to sign up if Kamala Harris is the potential commander-in-chief.
Vance conveniently ignores that Donald Trump's family has no apparent plans to serve in the military either. The people on these tickets with military service are Harris's running mate, Tim Walz, who spent 24 years in the National Guard, and Vance himself, who spent 4 years in the Marines, and, like all service members, swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States and to obey orders from the president, whoever that president may be, even if their vice president is a veteran who should know better. We'll be right back.